What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Now, last time I said I probably was going to go through and do a bunch of things that I hadn't done before, that, endings that I didn't know about, and I will. And I also have I have a list here of the things that I want to do. I actually wrote it down. See? I don't know, can you hear that? Piece of paper? I actually have stuff written down. That means it's real. So, first things first, I'm actually going to go for a few achievements. I don't usually do this, but I don't know. I figured there might be some dialogue to a couple of them and, stuff like that. But first thing. Oh, yes, I will try to condense this all into one video. I don't know if I'll be able to, but if I can, I will. So, let's start off. I'm going to actually go for the speedrun achievement, which is beating the game in less than 4 minutes, 22 seconds. Now, I assume this means it's talking about the freedom ending. I'm just going to assume. So, as soon as I get in game, we're going to speedrun the shit. If I can. Just going to keep going and not stop for nothing. I also lowered the master volume quite a bit, because I noticed that there was some pretty bad bleed through. That's the thing about this headset that I'm using. The sounds that come out of the headset picks up on the microphone, which can be incredibly annoying. But it was actually really helpful in terms of helping me fix the horrible desync my last playthrough got. It was bad. I haven't had to deal with desync for a long time, so I'm glad it doesn't happen very often. Alright, it's almost loading. I'm ready. Come on. It's almost there. Go. Oh, it's moving. Click to skip. Oh god, it's not where I wanted to start.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, perhaps.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Cool.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I forgot about the new age music.
Anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
No. No. I don't want this. Just let me through, for the love of God.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Go, go, go. Don't got time. Okay. I think that part would have been much easier if how eventually he'll just open the door by himself, and you don't have to wait. That would probably be the ideal time to do that.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
It also might be easier later on, because that dialogue that I just heard doesn't happen later on.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I think he does.
monitors jumped to life. Their true nature revealed.
I don't know.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
I don't know about
Stanley's
this.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
It's gonna be tight.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
What the hell is that
His
monitor?
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly. No.
All right, go. Go, go, go,
He
go, go.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's
Oh, it's a
control.
hammer editor.
Never. It was unthinkable.
I recognize that
Wasn't it?
interface, I think.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
The source engine level editor.
blind to the world?
I've used it enough
Here
myself.
was the proof.
I would
The heart
recognize
of
it
the operation.
immediately.
Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
Turn it off.
Stanley
Turn it
decided
off.
that
Turn it off. All right. Let's see what happens. Why is my mouse showing like that? I don't know if that picked up on the recording, but that was weird. My desktop mouse was bleeding
a
through.
rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
All right, here we go.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah, I don't think I did it. Oh well. Unfortunate. I'll have to try that again at some point later on, but
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Alright, next achievement. Let's go ahead and click this a few times, shall we?
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Alright. Go.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Oh, you drive a hard bargain. Spam that. Spam that click. Come on!
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Sir, yes, sir. 417. Ah.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437, I believe that's back this way. Right? Yes.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Oh, God. 415. Aha.
Now, back to door number 437.
God damn it.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Copy machine.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I think so too.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
What?
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. This one.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Oh, God. Gonna go click the shit out of this copy machine.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
How foolish of me. Alright. A couple of more things I need to do by following the normal path.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right. Next thing I want to do is, go in here.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Yeah, see,
Quelle surprise.
that's what I was talking about. That's what I wanted to have happen. But do it again.
8.
I'm such an achievement whore. Alright. Next thing. I probably could go for the speed run thing now. Next time I start. I don't know if I want to. I think I'll end it with another attempt at that. Maybe. Maybe. But there is one more thing I need to do.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I've come to learn that there's quite a funky little secret in this room.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
And obviously I have prior knowledge of what it is, but for the sake of showing off all the things that I didn't before.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Right, so how do I open this gate? Do I have to pretend like I'm going forward? Do I have to wait? It might be a waiting thing. I think it's a waiting thing. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, there we go. Just another door that opens by itself. Right, are you guys ready for this? I don't know if you're ready. Better brace yourselves. Oh, yeah. Go, Secret Rangers. Yeah. That's right now. Don't touch the secrets. Secrets for President 2016. Alright. That's enough grooving out. What's next? Oh, I think I know what's next. Actually, to do the thing that I wanted to do, I think I needed... Yeah, I would have to restart the game. Because I need to activate the developer console for what I need to do next. But that's not going to happen. Not unless I restart. And I kind of don't want to do that.
No.
Alright, let's begin the game again. That was that. Oh yes. I know what ending I want to get now. What the hell? The easiest ending in the game to get.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Alright, there you go. I don't know what ending that's called, but all you gotta do is close the door and there you go. Also, my inputs are no longer here, so I can't go to heaven again. It's kind of a shame.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Next ending. Let's go out the window. How would you ever figure this out? I certainly wouldn't.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Part of me is not, but I kind of want to know what he says if I say yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh, God.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Oh, did it just restart? No, it didn't. Oh, it's just gonna keep looping this, isn't it? See, part of me just wants to go back and see what he says if I hit no. The other part of me kind of wants to ride this out for a little while longer just to see if anything happens. Yeah, okay. Let's try hitting no this time.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. No matter how hard Stanley looked,
Wait a minute.
he couldn't find a trace of his
Oh,
co-workers.
there we go. Back again!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
That's funny. Ah, clicking doesn't do anything. So I guess I'm just left to my thoughts now. I don't like my thoughts. Let's do it again. Not the same ending, obviously. God, what haven't I done yet that I wanted to do? I'm saving that one for last. Ah.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I know.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I know exactly what to do. The question is, can I do it? What the hell? God damn it.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Game is screwing with me, man.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might find coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's check out the executive bathroom again. Anything changed? Got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. What? Nah, there's nothing else. Alright. I'm actually gonna save here. I don't want to do a new game. Let's just save over that, because why not? Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I need to... That door's already open this time. I need to go in there and then immediately come back out before the doors close. If I do this correctly.
Here's the door.
Oh. Alright. Now we gotta go back. Now, I've never actually seen this ending in progress. All I know is that I have to go back to my office. What happens after that, I have no clue. Is the hallway still blue? Nope, it's not. I'll have to input the inputs again. Yes. Input the inputs. Wait a minute. What's this? I am... What am I? I'm now leaving. Got the red door again. Escape Pod Bay. Oh, look at that. It's the other side of the windows. And I'm just gonna go ahead and assume, yeah, like all the other doors in this place, It don't open. God damn it, where the hell are we going? Nowhere, apparently. $7.57. It's the never-ending staircase. God, there's no lights in here anymore. I don't see any more doors. Oh, there's something new. Escape pod launch bay. Okay. Now I'm just wandering in darkness. Oh. What the hell's this? Narrator's being awfully quiet. Oh, God. What the hell's going on with the bottom of the screen? That was weird. Alright. I guess that was the escape pod ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I do want to find all the inputs again. Right. Okay. I don't know what happens if I go back and do the developer console thing. I want to try that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I actually kind of want to do that before I do what I need to do next. The ending that I'm going for right now is the one I was saving for last. But then I would have to... I want to know what happens when I do the... try to enter cheats into the console. I've heard something happens, and I want to see it. So, alright. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. And I have the developer console. So apparently, all I gotta do is type SV cheats 1. Oh god, here we go.
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious. I relate this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheats, which of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes. No games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room. Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room. Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room, go.
I don't like the serious room. No! God damn it. Let's do it again.
Whoa, Did we not have the talk? Are we not in the serious room this very moment? Did I not tell you how many tables I looked through? I'm going to be conservative and say it was somewhere in the tens of thousands of tables. Any reasonable person would say I spent an absurd amount of time doing nothing but looking at tables, and I genuinely considered each one too. I took a hell of a lot of notes. I kept the notes in a different room. That room is less serious than this one. It's more of a notes room. Again, the point of this story is to convey how serious I feel this cheating issue is. And I'm sure you'll agree with me once you've fulfilled your new punishment. Infinity years in the serious room. I generally have trouble reading human emotions, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're devastated by this crippling new punishment. As well you should be. It's the most serious I could think of. Can you get more serious than that? No, you can't. Don't try.
Alright. See if doing it again does anything. It says why. Do you see that?
Still no effect. The problem is clearly the serious room. It isn't serious enough. That's on me, Stanley. I apologize. I'm going to the store to look through more tables. Hopefully I find one that conveys how wrong what you're doing is. Now, where did I put those notes?
Oh, that was a short one. Yeah, see right there. Why? Did it say anything else before? No, it just keeps saying why. Alright, so what happens if I do it again? Oh. Apparently he's pretty pissed off. He doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Again. Nope. He's not having it. Well, that was an interesting little Easter egg thing there. It's not really an ending, but it is something funny to see. Also, while I was looking up how to enable the developer console, I discovered another ending that I had no idea about. But this one is probably going to require several restarts. I have to wait until I get a blue room outside of my office instead of the normal one. So let's keep restarting. If it doesn't happen after a few tries, I'll cut out the failed attempts. So we'll see. See how well it goes. That is not a blue room. I wonder if it's a set chance that it'll happen. And you just gotta get lucky. It sounds like rain. Oh, nice. Okay, here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I think going out that door will just lead you back to the normal
Stanley went
playthrough.
around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I think you want to go in here. The whiteboard ending. Console bark. Huh? Clicking the whiteboard doesn't do anything. Console bark? Talking about this? Oh god. It replaced the the click sound you do when you use something with a bark. What the hell? Alright. What the hell? Oh, good. You can reverse it. Well, that's a thing. Alright, back to the choices. Okay. Final ending that I'm going to show you guys. There is one more that I'm not going to do, and that's... You have to actually play the baby game for 4 hours. Yeah, fuck that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I don't have that kind of time.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
However, the ending I do want to get is over here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
So I didn't even realize that you can just unplug the phone. Also, the phone being connected to a wall outlet, I don't think they actually work like that.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh, yeah.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house.
No,
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
Thort.
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What the hell is a backsack and crack? Also, I'm pretty sure you said thort instead of thought. Oh
Excellent.
god.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
8.
Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
No, good.
This time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
What the hell?
Back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Alright.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Goddamn, it gated off everything. Jump on the chair, come on. Oh, come on. I could climb up the other chair in the office. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
How's this for responsible?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh. That's a very interesting file cabinet design, you know, not in my taste really, but what do I know? I guess I go through here.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh. The hell was that? It's kind of weird ass green light out there.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. I refuse.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
What the hell? What the hell just happened?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's a... what? What happened? I could... Huh? I don't think this was supposed to happen. Did it just glitch out on me? I'm pretty sure this is not what's meant to occur. Wait a minute. Yeah, something's wrong here. Oh, crap. I'm gonna have to get back to this point, aren't I? Oh, damn it. I have to replay it back to where I was before because I'm pretty sure this is not correct. Alright. Be right back.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, I'm saving before anything happens. And, just to make them freak out again, let's go this way.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Alright, it restarted, and this is where...
Exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly
Okay.
and always putting the story first.
Alright, I think we're good.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, now let's do it normally now. The ending should continue.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, the broom closet's locked.
Coming to
All
a
right.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Downstairs is blocked. We are good. This is normal. Oh, the sign's gone. He's not letting me go anywhere. Well, this looks different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Oh, did he? Yeah, that ain't happening.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall. I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Unfortunately.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
What the hell?
he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
You walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
Oh, is this the actual ending?
The story needs you. It needs you to make
I heard that this one had credits, which is why I wanted to save this for last.
Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.